Welcome to another episode of One Step Ahead. We are looking at some referee testimonials today, so we will listen to a few of our upcoming and current stars in our game, listen to their journeys, what their advice is, how they've made it where they have. Hopefully it will inspire you. It certainly inspired me. I thank those people immensely for their time and effort in wanting to give back. And so let's have a look at what they've got to say. Yes, before we do that, it's really important we know that everyone's journey is different. Some people fly through the badges, hence the changes to timeframes and ages added in and everything else at the moment to make sure that we are sustaining people within the sport rather than burning them out, pushing them through really fast and not giving them the time to really solidify their skills at each level as they go. Obviously, there's no correct or incorrect method for doing most of what we do, but there are some ways and means about doing things that obviously fast track and ensure better game outcomes, which is what it's all about. Really critical to the success, and you'll hear it from each of the people talking, is that they have found mentors and coaches that they can work with, and so that their referee development and training outside of the game assist them in what they do inside the game. As I said, every referee's journey is different, but we're here to listen to each of those that were willing to share with us that I reached out to from across our beautiful nation, and thank you in advance for each of them in sharing your story.
Hi everyone, my name's Bailey Aziz and I'm from Hobart. My journey as a referee, I started refereeing touch football in 2018 and it was only it was a summer thing for me, just to stay fit, earn a little bit of money. And then, I refereed my first state cup in 2019 and that's where I met Ken Golden, one of the referee coaches. And to my surprise, I obtained a level 2, which wasn't something I was going for. So I got that, and it was great. So it just really opened my eyes to the levels and to see what I can achieve. So now I'm a fully accredited level 6 referee. I got the level 6 upgrade at this year's NTL, which was pretty good and pretty good achievement on my behalf coming from Tassie. Not many coaches down here to develop us referees, so I did a lot of travelling within the 5 years of touch football. I did a lot of travelling to the mainland just to referee, seek guidance and coaching. What refereeing has done for me? Refereeing has allowed me to, I suppose, be more confident with myself. Obviously on the field, you're controlling about 12 players when you're on the field. So it's, 9 times out of 10, they're older than you. So it's a really big confidence game. And I think that, refereeing has just allowed me to build up my confidence and allow me to, I suppose, deal with conflict situations. Sorry about that. Deal with conflict situations, which will allow me to handle, on-field complications. But ultimately, I just think the refereeing just teaches you confidence and allows me to be more confident, which is a good life skill. Something that I use every day, when I just go talk to people. I'm a good talker. I have the confidence to talk to people enough to have a conversation and, really connect with people and that kind of stuff. Why I referee? Well, I already told you, I referee started it for the fitness and for the money, but now it's turned into a passion. It's something that I love. So yeah, I referee for the passion and for the love, and all the others is a bonus. I like, I suppose you could say, competing at competitions. Even though I'm humbled enough to know where I come from. I like to go up against the big dogs and really test myself, and look back on my strengths and my weaknesses to go forward to the next tournament. Yes, I refereeing's really good. I really enjoy it, and I really encourage everyone to take it on to the next level, and hope to see you all rise to the ranks. Thanks.
For me, if there's one thing that I can help you, I guess, take away to help you on your journey, it's that for me, being a good referee is all about enjoying the journey. And I think a big part of that is having a really good balance. And learning that for me was something that certainly took a lot of time. I've been refereeing for 12 or 13 years, and it's probably something that's only really clicked for me in the last couple, which has allowed me to probably unlock a little bit of potential and achieve a few things that I may not have otherwise achieved. So I think there's really, for me, enjoying the journey is about being able to find a balance between having goals and always looking for the next badge upgrade or ranking or whatever it might be, but also being able to balance that with being patient and recognizing that becoming a better referee takes time. And you have to be patient, and you have to work through processes, and you have to take time to learn and just try and get better before you can always go for upgrades or rankings or things like that. So as I said, I think if you can find a way to enjoy that journey by having a good balance between getting better, just enjoying refereeing and enjoying the experience, then I think when you get that balance right, things like upgrades, rankings and so on start to take care of themselves a little bit. So I thought what I'd do is just share a couple of stories that probably helped me learn the importance of enjoying the journey and finding a good balance, to maybe, show you how it was I learnt that, and it might be things that you recognise as going on in your own journeys and things like that, or they might be things to keep in mind in case you start to notice them as you go forward. So the first story I wanted to share with you was the first few years of my refereeing journey were pretty smooth. I spent a lot of time as a social casual referee before I decided to go through the badges and things. So I went through my first couple of badges pretty quickly, my level 2, 3 and 4. And right as I was getting ready to go for my level 5, I ruptured my ACL. So I spent maybe 6 months on the sideline out of refereeing. I missed the NTL that year, which was the one event I could go for my level 5. And it was a really frustrating time, and it was really frustrating to miss out on that upgrade because that was my goal for that year. But in hindsight, probably the experience taught me a lot about patience. And in the end, I think spending 2 years on my level 4 with how quickly I'd come through the badges previously was actually something that really, really helped me. I had to be patient, and I had to spend a lot of time where I couldn't run, and so I did a lot more watching the game online, watching live stream videos and things, and I realised there was a lot that I actually didn't know or understand properly about the game. And it was frustrating. I had to watch my friends who I'd come up refereeing with go and get their level 5 upgrades while I couldn't run. But like I said, in the end, I think being able to be patient through that process has actually held me in really good stead for where I am now. My personal goals, I want to be the best. I want to be on the men's finals, like most of you probably have thought about at some point. But I think the way I was going and rushing through the badges, I probably wasn't in a good place to actually try and achieve that goal, because I was always chasing something bigger, better, and I just wasn't really enjoying the experience of trying to get better, because I was just trying to get badges. So I think, for me now, with my goals where they are and wanting to be the best, I'm a lot more comfortable being patient and enjoying the journey of just slowly getting better and not rushing through it. And I think that's something that's really helped me. And another story I wanted to share that probably helped me learn that was a couple of referees that I came up with. I won't mention their names, but they just were crazy about touch and getting better and getting upgrades and rankings. They went to every event you could imagine. They went interstate to go to other states, junior state cups, senior state cups. They just went to everything, and it was always about the next badge or the next ranking for them. And so I think in the end, they could never move up through the rankings or badges quick enough. And what actually happened was they ended up just really burning out. They just stopped enjoying their touch because they weren't refereeing for enjoyment, they were refereeing for upgrades or rankings. And I think they lost that, and then they burnt out. And in the end, they left the sport and don't referee anymore. So I think, like I said, for me, that's about just that balance of trying to get better, yes, but not always just chasing an upgrade or a ranking. And you've got to be able to enjoy that process and be patient. And I think if you can learn to do that, then long term it sets you up really well to be more successful as a referee. And I think it also translates to other areas of life as well. The final story I wanted to share, so a few years ago, I had an event that I went to that I didn't rank particularly well at. I had a lot of 21sts that year. All my mates are turning 21, spent a lot of weekends out with friends, partying, doing that sort of thing. I'd just taken on a new job, which was my first full-time job, and I'd put a lot of time and energy and focus into that. And I probably hadn't done that much training going into the event. And I was probably a little bit complacent. I'd got upgrades in the previous year. I'd had some good feedback from coaches in the past. And I thought I'd probably just rank well because I had in the past. And so again, that poor ranking for me was a really good lesson on balance. And recognizing that while it's important to go and see friends and family and do other things on your weekend, if you want to be successful, you've got to be able to balance doing all of that with, consistent refereeing and training off the field as well. Doing things like running and stuff for fitness, and I do a lot of gym for strengthening legs and calves and things like that for all of the running backwards. So I think that poor ranking was a little bit of a wake-up call. And yeah, a lesson on balance. And so I think probably what all of these experiences have taught me was that becoming a referee is really about enjoying the journey, because it takes time to become a good referee. And if you can find a good balance in your journey between trying to get better, but also just enjoying the sport, enjoying taking the field, enjoying the ups and downs of refereeing. You might not always rank where you want to rank, you might not always get the upgrades, but if your primary focus is on enjoying what you're doing, then I think it sets you up really well. And so yeah, if there's one thing that you can take away from this, every time you step on the field, make sure you're doing it because you enjoy refereeing. And if you're not, and you're recognizing that you're not enjoying what you're doing, it's probably time to reevaluate the balance that you've struck between refereeing and other areas of your life, and try and get that in check again so that every time you're on the field, you're enjoying what you're doing. And I think if you can find a way to make sure you're always enjoying your refereeing and balance that between having goals and wanting to be better, then I think you're setting yourself up really well to be successful in the longer term. So that's my story.
My journey as a touch football referee began when I was approximately 17 years of age. I started my journey as what I call a player referee. It was basically to substitute our team and provide a referee when required. Now from there I was pushed to getting my level 1, my level 2 and then my level 3 badge. I stayed a level 3 badge referee for quite some time. As I continued playing, I really enjoyed playing at the time. I didn't progress to my level 4 for quite some years after, and ever since then I've never looked back. I currently hold a level 6 open badge. This has given me an opportunity to represent my country, and also given me the opportunity to travel around the state in Western Australia while still progressing my career as a touch football referee. The reasons that I referee as a touch football referee are very, very vast. One of the reasons is because of the people that I have met along the way. the people that I continue to share my journey with, and including the memories that I've got to make along the way. As mentioned earlier, I managed to obtain my level 6 referee badge and have now managed to also represent my country, that is Australia, as a level 6 open badge. It's amazing the journeys that you get to have. I've also been able to travel within my state. I get to share my experiences, but not only that, I also get to work with upcoming referees, which is quite intriguing. They keep me hungry for wanting more and also learning new things along the way. It's a sport that's ever changing. The players are becoming better and better, and that means that us as referees also become better and better. It's amazing to see the talent that's coming through, and I'm glad that I get to be a part of it. As a touch football referee, I've been able to achieve many things throughout my career. It's taken me a long time to get here. However, every moment has been an absolute pleasure, and I've learned a lot along the way. I've been able to represent Australia as a level 6 open badge. I've been able to represent my state travelling over to national tournaments. I really enjoy attending national tournaments, as that is where most of the elite referees and players get together. I learn a lot whilst I'm there. I've been able to grow my knowledge of the game and also compete at the level and standard that's required at a national level. I've gained many friendships along the way, both nationally and internationally. It's been amazing the people that have been involved, and I credit a lot of people to my journey to getting to where I am today. For anyone that's starting out refereeing or contemplating refereeing, I highly recommend it within touch football. It's a great way to make friends, it's a great way to be involved in the sport, and it's a great way to learn a lot about the sport as you do get down to the nitty-gritty rules and plays of the sport, which actually help you better as a player but also as a referee. It's been an amazing journey, and I'm looking forward to what's in store. I highly recommend anyone pick up the whistle and have a go. Being a touch football referee has not always been easy. I've been faced with a lot of challenges along the way. However, the best thing about being within the referee community is that you have a lot of people around you, a lot of people that will support you throughout your journey, and a lot of people that will go through your journey with you. There are very many people that I started attending nationals with as a level 4 and still continue to attend nationals with today as a level 6, both within my state and nationally. It's an amazing journey, and as I said, although it doesn't come all easy and there will be some moments that you wonder why you do it, at the end when you all get together and you look back, it's always an amazing journey, and it's always lots of memories that are worthwhile having.
Hey, my name is Mohana Moana. Everyone knows me as Mo. I'm 24 years of age. I'm from New South Wales. My region is the Hunter Western Hornets, and I am part of the Berkeley Vale Panthers Touch Association. I'm a level 6 open referee. And I got into refereeing touch football because I wanted to learn the game. I was 12 when I started becoming interested in touch football. Mum used to take me to games that she played with my aunties and uncles, and I really enjoyed, watching them play and wanted to play myself. So I joined up in the local competition and started playing touch. Didn't know the rules, so when Mum said, hey, there's a level 1 course being held at the clubhouse this Saturday, do you want to do it? I happily said, yeah, sure, let's go and learn how to play, or the rules of touch football. So yeah, that's how I became interested in refereeing touch football. Back then, the reason why I really started to referee was mainly because of the money. It was a decent amount of money for a very young person. So that kind of really what enticed me to fully take on refereeing as kind of like a career, I guess you'd say. But now as I progressed through the ranks, I started, going to representative tournaments, which was our regional tournament, and then our state tournament, and then eventually our nationals tournament. My reason why has changed. So rather than just going for the money, which is great, I go for the enjoyment of the sport and, the love of it, the people that I've come to know over the years, getting to see them again. So it's not just money anymore, it's the camaraderie and the actual love for the sport. There's a reason why I continue refereeing today. So as we all know, we have, certain achievements that we strive to push ourselves to as refs, especially those who want to become a level 6 referee. One of the greatest achievements that for me personally, would be when I got my state level badge, which is our level 4. I don't know how other states do it, but in New South Wales, when you get your level 4 badge, you receive a blue blazer with a specialised number on it. That tells you that you're that numbered person to receive their state level badge. For me, I was the 505th person to be graded as a New South Wales referee, which I'm more than happy about. 505. But for me, that would be my first achievement. My second one would be progression to that, is getting my level 5 badge. And that took quite a while to get. So, not because, at the time I didn't know if I was skilled enough, but I just didn't have the funds or the means to get up to nationals, as I was still young when I got my level 4 badge. I was newly married then, so I really didn't have the time to take off with work and all that to be able to go to nationals. But when I did, it was awesome when I eventually received my level 5 badge. And then continuing from that, receiving the level 6 badge. That was pretty awesome as well. I don't really have much in regards of opposites of achievements, which would be our upsets. The only one that I can fully recall was when I unfortunately attempted to go for my level 5 badge the first time. I did not get it the first time, which for me kind of sucked. But even though I didn't get it the first time, it made me work really hard for a whole year so that I was able to prove that I was worthy of that level 5 badge to the panel members. And you know what? I was grateful for it, because as I look back now, I had a lot more growing up to do before I could, not just maturity wise, but skill set as well for refereeing purposes. I had to, fully reread the notes that I was given, look at what I need to improve on skill wise, and what the panel members and the coaches were looking for to be able to advance us to that next badge. And I was able to go back to my own affiliates, my own region and my own state, and be able to utilize the resources that we had to be able to obviously get better for the next year. So for me, that's just, I guess that's the only upset that I've ever come across. But that's me. Thanks, guys.
You have to be inspired by some of those statements. These referees have worked really hard off the pitch and on the pitch to make sure that they are the highest level that they can possibly be at. So all of those referees are national referees, some of them with international experience now as well. Pretty incredible to think that most of them haven't been involved in the sport that long to reach those pinnacle events and have those amazing experiences that they've got to share. So thank you so much to all those people who have shared their individual stories. Hopefully you've all learned something, found a role model or process or structure in which you can follow as well. We wish you all the best on your referee journey. Set your goals, train and apply yourself to your craft. Success will be yours if you do the right things. Critical to that is finding the right support. So you need to have referee mentors that you can referee with. You need to have referee coaches who are not just saying, yes, you're doing a great job, yep, cool, whatever. They're actually challenging you and helping you get those 1%ers better, helping you ensure that each of your structures and processes are correct and how we want them to be for the best of your ability, helping you see little impacts or little key visual triggers, for example, that you can pick up in the game to help you move a lot earlier to be in the right position much sooner. Access playing coaches and elite players. Their perspective will help you enhance your own understanding of the game. Players and coaches in the elite space are the ones trying to manipulate our game, trying to make sure that they can get the best outcomes from what they do to score tries. If we know that and we understand that, that can help us immensely in what we do and where we are. Okay, work collaboratively rather than competitively in relation to your development. Sure, work hard on and off the field to make sure that you're the best that you can be, but we have to work together and we have to enjoy our experience. So enjoy the journey, do what you need to do, plan, train, invest time in your own development and improvement. Help others if you can along the way, because that's awesome if we can. But if you need anything with me, as always, here to help. There's my deets. Contact me if you need it.